the JA Motorsports factory in Coimbatore, which has achieved several milestones in motorsports, organized a training session with the MRF F1600. With the trainers Arman Ibrahim from Chennai and Aditya Patel, also from Chennai at the Kari Motor Speedway.
The car behind me is the MRF Formula 1600. Obviously, the first thing a driver needs to do is to get their seat position right. Once the driver sits inside, what happens is the foam will then form a mold around the driver, taking the shape of the driver's body. You don't have any extra movement. All your movement is restricted by the seat, and then you get all the feel that you need coming to the back and to your hands and to your feet.
Day 1 began with a wet session, which was an add-on to the training as the drivers got to control the car with wet tires. Despite the rains, the trainers corrected the drivers' mistakes on track, hence avoiding pit stop time.
This course, with the help of Aditya and Arman, has done me a great amount of good. Programs like this, you could look at more saloon car drivers moving into Formula and possibly doing well as well with guidance and help from people like this. And a big shout out to support from JA Motorsports as well.
Coming to this training program, we are getting a lot of track time. As usually compared to how much we get in the race weekend, compared to the last session, I realized I was making mistakes in the last corner, and I was able to see where I made the mistakes, and these drivers, Arman and Aditya, helped me point it out. This time when I went, I was able to correct it, and of course the result was much better. The more track time you have, the more used to you get the car. So I think it was really good coming here.
I was only doing 116 and 115s. Whereas Akash was doing 112s, a bit slow in the braking. So I need to hit the brake hard, and I think by the next session I'll be good. Since I started this training, I'll be good enough for the race, because going to the race directly will be very tough. So doing this training has helped me in terms of pace, so that I can catch up to the leaders and give them a big fight.
There was a track walk on day 2, as we had to cancel it on day 1 and go by car around the track for briefing.
Yeah, and with the help of the data and telemetry, I started braking very late, and it has helped me very drastically to rectify all those mistakes. And yeah, today I'm quite fast.
I was just trying to learn from the car, how it works and the aero in the corners and everything. But today I feel I'm much faster. I improved a lot from the first session. We've been doing data since yesterday. I could, concentrate sector by sector and corner by corner, and the data showed that if I was improving, then I'd move on to the next one. So we did it step by step and got everything right in the last session.
Before the session, quite a few parameters I had to work on, especially my braking and my turn-in. My turn-in in these cars needs to be more aggressive than what it was in touring cars. So I worked on that a lot, and it helped improve the lap time.
It has helped me a lot, because in certain corners the track just falls off, but then you can't brake in that place, because then you lock up even without putting enough brake pressure. So you have to move slightly to the left, and that's helped me a lot.
My first time in proper wet, the car felt much more confident than before. Like there was no skidding around, there was no drama. More about learning from what the mistakes we had done the previous day. Right now, with the new tires, I think I still got to put some heat in it and get it all done perfectly. It shows up all the minute mistakes that you do, and there's nothing to hide when it comes to data.
The trainers gave a mock mass start to give the feel of a real race to the drivers, and also instantly corrected their mistakes before the second mock start, which helped them to pick up pace right from the start.
I had been, looking at the graphs about comparing my brake pressures and where do I shift, and it has been quite helpful to me compared to before. and I have actually improved a lot, learned a lot from that. And the first time that I did the start in this cars, because this is I never drove this cars before, and I look forward to racing again someday, or at least in this year for sure, in the 1600s.
I thought we'd do something different, and with the support of this MRF, JA Motorsports, the whole team, Jay Anand, I think we pulled off a pretty good job, and I think all the drivers were happy. The next one we'll do before the round in Chennai.
Don't forget to subscribe AutoTrack on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.